All right, what you're going to be working on is this. It's called demand advertising project. And your job is to come up with or create a new product that you want to push or sell or advertise for. Okay. This product can be something completely new. It can be something that, Under Armour or Nike already have and you want to help sell it. I had students invent new products, but I've had students take old products and try to rebrand them. Okay. So it's all about what interests you at this particular moment. All right. You guys have personal interest, use them. All right. Build something around them, apply them. Kevin's going to be a mini frosted donut guy back there for this project. He's going to talk about adding sprinkles, so it's going to be even better. Or a mini frosted donut that's powdered but doesn't get on school stuff. That's what he's going to sell. So, anyways, I want you guys to do is brainstorm 10 products that you would like to produce. Always have more than you need. You never quite know when a good idea comes. So always have more ideas than you need. But sure, Fox, I just need one idea. Come up with 10 of them. All right. Then look at that list and then select one from that list. In your groups, feel free to pursue a new product. And remember, a service company like Instagram and Facebook, they are products too. They offer a service. All right. So maybe you want to come up with a new service as well. That's fine. Okay. Regardless, it's still a product. So create a Google slide and place your name on slide one. Provide the list of the products on slide two. All right. So when I back up, I'll show you the blank presentation you'll need. Your job, your goal is this: find two advertisements. All right. Currently that already exist that market your product or very similar to your product. So maybe you want to build your own Yeti. Well, look at Yeti's advertising campaign. See how they design theirs. Okay. Maybe you want to build a new shoe. Well, look at Nike, Reebok, Adidas. What is it that they do to market their shoes? Look at Champion. How do they market themselves from being a $10 shirt when I was growing up? Actually, it was like a $6 shirt. All right. To being a shirt company now it markets it for 20, $30. How did they do that? Well, look at the branding. Okay. That's how you get your brand to be a better product. So provide me a summary of the strategy of the advertisement. So you can find the advertisement strategy is located on this blue hyperlink. All right. So what is the reward of using their product? How is the advertisement influence consumer behavior? Because when you sell something, you're offering something in return. You either feel better, feel full, feel hungry, you feel energized, you feel like you burnt out because you just worked out. The advertisement's offering you something. What is it that advertisement is offering? Okay. The goal to strive for something. So if you're working by yourself, you just have to do one. If you're working with two people, each person does one, but you have two on the PowerPoint side. Make sense? Group of three, each person does one, but you have three on the PowerPoint side. Okay? Answer these questions and then click on the hyperlink. It'll tell you what kind of marketing strategies exist. Each group member, each member of the group will need to find an article that influences demand of your product, analyze information presented to you in the article, and then draw a shift in the demand graph and then present your article. See news article worksheet. So I'll back out of this. I'll show you that worksheet. What you're doing is this. For the last week, we've been shifting the demand left, which is a decrease, or shifting it right, which is an increase. So what you want to do is you want to find a news article out there that tells you which way consumption is going. Um, Last class period, I talked about Carrot. He had a shirt company he wanted to create. So what I said to him is that's a good time for a dress shirt company because during the pandemic, nobody was buying any of that stuff. Now that people are getting back to work, people are going back into the office, we're seeing an uptick in shirt or dress shirt wearing. Girls, we're seeing uptick in high heels and blouses and skirts, right? You have to return to the office. Everybody likes to look their best when they're at the office, or a professional dress code exists. You can't just hang out in your sweatpants or your grout fit like all day, right? Or is like, what? He's in his grout fit right now. You know what a grout fit is? Gray on gray. All right. Anyways, I'm just teasing you. It looks good though. So, anyways, you want to find something that potentially influences your product's demand. So, if you're doing a Yeti, are more people camping or less people camping would be a perfect one, right? Are more people commuting, less people commuting. That can probably tell you something about Yeti consumption. So it's not going to be directly here's the demand for your product. You have to figure out what your product is and what could potentially influence its demand. Okay. So it's not going to be a direct correlation. You have to think about this, hence the project. Okay. So what you'll do on Friday when I return is then you'll come up in front of class for 30 seconds and pitch me your product idea. Okay? An elevator pitch. All right, you guys got 30 seconds to pitch me your product, why it's going to work, who's going to consume it, why it should be created. All right, all those things. So an elevator pitch is what I'm looking for. It's just 30 seconds, okay, and that's all you have to do. 30 seconds. That's all it is. Sure, minimum 30. I mean, I'm telling you, by the time you get done with the name of the product, what it does, who's consuming it, it'll be over 30 seconds. When you guys go into the real world and you have bosses, bosses are very busy, especially if you're in the business field. You're not going to have a long time to tell them your life story. You have to condense that information down and get your point across. Okay? And they call it an elevator pitch. You got 30 to 60 seconds to do that. Same with emails. One thing they should teach you guys in school is how to write emails too. No one reads the lengthy ones. All right? Nobody does. No one has time for that. Okay. What they do though is they read about 3 sentences. The studies show. So you got to condense all your content you want to get across in about 3 to 4 sentences. You're not even making a paragraph sometimes. Just pull it. So the world we live in is a lot different than what maybe you construct in your English class. All right. That's how the business world works. You got to be nice to the point. All right. Busy people are busy people for a reason. So questions to consider when you're constructing this. What is your product and its purpose? So Carrick's shirt company was a dress shirt company. He felt met the needs of skinny children. Okay, that's he was joking around. He's a skinny kid. So that's the product. Who and what is your competition? He was arguing the fact that any other clothing company out there really is his competition. Anybody has the ability to get into that market, so he's competing against already well-established players. Who's your product going to target? He talked about high school kids, young college kids, but your demographic is about your product, right? The demographics are male, female. Demographics are age, college, non-college, professional, non-professional. All right, and you can even go as far to talk about race sometimes, because some people consume some things different than other races. That's how it is, culturally speaking. We have different consumption. All right. So, you can even go as far to think about that too as well sometimes. All right. Which of the determinants of demand does your commercial address? Okay. And your determinant of demand is listed in your topic 3, topic 3 homework, which I don't have up right now. All right. I'll go back and show you that. All right. I'll come back at the end of this and I'll show you that. So last thing here, what is your short-term prediction of demand? What is your long-term prediction of demand? So if you're doing shorts or doing dress shirts and all of a sudden it gets hot out, are you still a marketable company? So what could Carrick do to be part of a summer line, not just a in the office line? We had that conversation. Think about how your product is not going to be just a fad, but a staple, right? If you're doing, shoes and stuff like that, like look at what Nike did with basketball shoes. All right, they took Nike basketball shoes and made them something you wear in suits. You guys go to weddings now. Guys wear them as groomsmen, right? You guys can wear them when you're wearing suits to a business meeting. Nike expanded its line to be more than just a basketball shoe on the court. Because really, you're only doing that maybe an hour, hour and a half a day. What do you wear off the court? Well, they want you to wear those shoes off the court because you need more than just a pair of shoes to play hoops. You have to then wear them to the office, wear them to school. All right. Heck, now, like I said, you're wearing these things in weddings. All right. So they did a phenomenal job of making the shoe something part of our lives that's more than just recreation or sports. It is everything. Okay. They've done a phenomenal job. Nike is the forefront of brainwashing you all. Okay. Just how it is. All right. Nothing wrong there. What is your long term goal? So, how do you be part of a bigger thing? So I use the example of fidget. Okay. Let me show you then the topics or the determinants of demand. We'd already spoken about them. Okay. We've already spoken about them. And what they include are things like income, population, advertisement trends. These all things make us want to consume more or less of a given product. And that's what I'm referring to determinant. Okay. So that's loading up. Let me load up demand project again. That's loading up. This is loading up. I'm throwing a lot at you, but once you get started, I think you guys will get comfortable with it. What's that? There, all right, this stuff's right up your alley then. Good, 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 good. You're a bit, yeah. Sure. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, let me get back to what I'm doing because I'm recording here. I'll talk to you in a second. Um, so these are the determinants: income, expectations, population, consumer taste, and advertising. We've done these before in class. We talked about income. So is your product going to be a name brand or is it going to be an inferior good? Expectations. All right. Can you make people feel that they need something based on scarcity? Like these shoes are going to run out. They're only existing in the fall. Why do you think pumpkin coffee and all these pumpkin flavors only exist in the fall? All right. The fear is that you're going to miss out. It's only a certain amount of window that's available, which then drives up that coffee flavor, right? Who really wants pumpkin coffee in the middle of summer? Some people do. Yeah, Bar Killer guy. All right. But they want to sell all that coffee, all right, mixed in with fall. They want you to feel that it only exists in a certain given amount of time, which it kind of does. All right. So expectations help you drive up demand. Population, okay. This case probably made with advertising is not going to work a whole lot, but then you've got your trends and fads and advertising. Okay, that's your determinant. So the article analysis: name, title of article, link, date of article. All right, change in price of product, up or down, shift to the right or left, is what it's asking you there. And then just put some terms that maybe you recognize from our textbook or our class. And then here are your determinants. Okay, complementary, substitute, consumer, potential, customers change. They're all there. Now, in your article, they may not all exist. So maybe only two of those do. So then you just write about those two. Maybe only one does. Then you write about that one. Okay? You're not um, going into depth in every single one of them. You're just going in depth in the ones that exist in your article. If they do not exist in your article, guess what? Move on, find a different article. Okay? Move on and find a different article. Remember, they're not going to have demand of Yeti cups. They may have demand for camping, demand for commuting. Just think outside the box when you're trying to find an article related to your product. All right? That's that. That's, this is due Friday. It's pretty easy. You'll see. All right. I'm going to stop sharing.